Another really useful program that we used when we were editing our photos for our Digipack and our website was Photoshop. And I'd used Photoshop before last year on my AS coursework to edit photos for our magazine cover, so I already sort of knew what I was doing. So last year I was basically doing what I did this year, which was editing on makeup and just getting rid of imperfections. So if you look at the image here, this is one of the photos that we did take. As you can see, our artist was wearing makeup, but it just didn't really come across as she was in the photos. So a really clever thing that I did was I downloaded a lot of brushes online. So I literally just got Google up and typed in eyebrow brush Photoshop. And then I went to a website where you can download brushes for free and it automatically installs it onto your Photoshop document. So I just went to the bottom here and then clicked click here to download custom brushes. So then if I open up the Photoshop document again, I can just go to brushes and then I go to here to the different brushes, and then as you can see, these are different hairs that you can use. So I use these, so I'll show you an example now. So you just select the colour that you wanted, click on the brush, and then you can just apply the brush over the eyebrow. Like you can see it quite faintly there, I'll turn up the opacity a bit. So literally you can just go over it like that. So obviously that's what, I didn't do that when we were actually making the product, like I did it a lot more professionally, but I'll just show you an example of a before and after. So this was the in another photo, the artist's eyebrow before, and then once I edited it, I just added hair and then went over it in colour, so it makes it look a lot better, because a common convention of hip hop and R&B artists is that they need to look presentable at all times, and especially women are usually sexually objectified. So we needed to make our artists as like flaw free and made up as we could, so that our product would fit into the genre. So you can see here as well where I've edited her makeup. So this was for our final product. So I've drawn her eyebrows on, and then I've given her eyeliner, I've gotten rid of the bags under her eyes, and I've put colour onto her lips just to make it more professional looking. And then another thing that we did was when we were putting the font onto our photo, I went onto a website that I used last year as well called FontSpace. So basically it gives you the right to use different fonts online for your own work. So after typing graffiti in the search bar here, we came up with this one, Be There Soon. So literally you can just type in, so this was the name of our artist's album. We literally just type that in, and then you can print screen this, and then we dragged it onto our Photoshop document, so it was a lot easier to actually like think and like choose different fonts. It wasn't so much of a hassle of downloading each font. We could literally just print screen it and then drag it onto our document. So that was really helpful, and I'll just show you our final. Oh, okay. I can't show our final, but yeah, we did use Photoshop quite a lot, and we used it for our website as well. So we literally were just getting rid of all of the flaws on her face, and then I can show you the drafts that I made when we first, because we didn't really know what image to use at first, and after I played around on Photoshop for a bit, the first time that I used Photoshop for this assessment, I went a bit overboard, so let me just find it. Yeah, so that's just a GIF to show the changes that I made. So I changed her hair, as you can see here. I added makeup, I drawn her eyebrows, but after we got our audience feedback, they said that it was too made up. So I'll just show you our final draft. So that's our final draft there, the pink. So we added a pink filter over the image as well, just to liven it up a bit. We turned up the brightness and the contrast so that the image stood out a bit more. and we did all of that on Photoshop. And after I started using it again, I got the knack of it straight away, and I think that I used it to the best of my ability, because I think that our digipack is definitely a strong, like, image of R&B and hip hop, and especially women, because our artist looks quite strong in the image. So Photoshop was really helpful, and as well for the back cover of our digipack, I did the same on Photoshop, so I put a pink filter over there, and then I went on FontSpace again and typed out all of the song names, and then I could literally just drag them, once I saved them onto my computer, onto the image. So I did all of the makeup as well. Like, it was really easy to use Photoshop for this, and the Photoshop was just really helpful to use for this product, because I already had experience with it, and I knew the conventions of women in hip hop, so I had a strong idea of what I wanted to do with the photos and how I wanted our artist to be represented.